Stop chasing $15 hour W-2 jobs that barely cover your rent. You can own a business that nets you $5,000 to $12,000 per month, even more hauling smaller, high-value freight. But here's the cold truth. 90% of beginners fail the first year because they skip the boring but crucial steps. I'm giving you the exact 5 steps to build this sprinter van empire correctly. Starting right now. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jones, and for years, our team has been knee-deep in U.S. freight and dispatch, which means we know exactly where new carriers make fatal mistakes. The sprinter van model, specifically, is booming. Why? Because shippers pay a massive premium for speed and reliability, and a van is often faster and easier to maneuver than a box truck or a semi. This isn't just about driving. It's about running an efficient, profitable, niche logistics operation. Over the next few minutes, we're going A to Z. We'll start with the legal setup that keeps you out of trouble, then move to how to choose the right van, the broker boards you must be on, and finally, the financial discipline that separates the earners from the hobbyists. If you stay until the end, you'll know exactly how to go from zero to booked. Let's get into phase 1, the legal paperwork. Before you even touch a van, you need a legal shield. First, decide on your business structure. Do not run this as a sole proprietorship. That leaves your personal assets vulnerable. You need an LLC, limited liability company. It's cheap, it's simple, and it creates the necessary separation between your business life and your personal bank account. This is step 1 to acting like a serious business. Once your LLC is registered, you need to establish federal authority. That means getting your Department of Transportation number and your MC, motor carrier number. Why do you need both? The DOT number tracks safety records, but the MC number is the specific authority you need to transport regulated commodities across state lines for hire. Without the MC, most brokers won't touch you. Don't forget to file your UCR, Unified Carrier Registration, annually. It's a simple fee, but mandatory for interstate travel. Now, let's talk about the killer: insurance. You can't legally haul freight without proper coverage. You'll need standard commercial auto liability, but the truly crucial piece is cargo insurance. Sprinter vans often carry high-value, expedited freight. Think medical devices or critical machine parts. Brokers require at least $100,000 in cargo coverage. Pro tip: get insurance quotes before you buy your van. Premiums are a major cost, and you need to budget for them accurately. Finally, if you cross state lines, you need to register for IFTS, International Fuel Tax Agreement, to handle fuel taxes between states. It's easier than it sounds, but non-negotiable for compliance. Okay, the paperwork is done. Now for the fun part, the van itself. Your vehicle choice is your mobile office and your biggest capital expense, so choose wisely. The main question is high roof or low roof? The high roof is your moneymaker. It allows you to maximize cubic capacity, which means bigger, higher-paying loads. A low roof restricts you, but might be cheaper to maintain. Most successful carriers go high roof, long wheelbase for maximum profit potential. Diesel versus gas. Diesel vans typically have a longer lifespan, often 300,000 miles, and better low-end torque for heavy loads. However, they cost significantly more upfront, and their maintenance, like DEF fluid and diesel engine repairs, is generally much more expensive. Gas engines are simpler and cheaper to fix. If you plan to run extremely high mileage, over 150K per year, diesel might be worth it, but for a beginner, gas often wins on total cost of ownership, TCO, when buying, whether new or used, factor. In essential equipment immediately, you need a reliable load securement kit. heavy-duty, I-track, aluminum load bars, ratchet straps, and furniture blankets. This is non-negotiable loose freight costs you clients. If you plan to sleep in your van, invest in a comfortable sleeper setup. Most importantly, install a reliable GPS tracking and telematics system. Shippers demand visibility, and this simple tool boosts your credibility instantly. Remember this. Dedicated maintenance funds are crucial. Immediately budget 10 to 15% of your gross revenue into a separate savings account just for repairs. A broken van makes zero money. This is where the rubber meets the road literally. Getting freight is the lifeblood of your operation. For 99% of beginners, you will rely on broker load boards. The heavy hitters you need access to are DAT Power and Truck Stop. You must filter specifically for cargo van, sprinter van, or expedited loads. Don't waste time looking at dry van freight. You're searching for niche time-critical loads that a semi can't handle. The goal, however, is to move beyond the broker boards and establish direct shipper relationships. Network with local manufacturers, auto suppliers, and print shops. If you can haul a specialized, recurring route directly for a shipper, you cut out the broker's fee and your profit margin jumps significantly. This takes time, but it's the key to long-term wealth in this business. A lot of beginners opt to work with a dispatcher. If you are focused solely on driving, a good dispatcher can be a game changer, finding you great loads for a small commission. But be warned, a bad one can lose you money. If you want to learn how to dispatch for yourself and take 100% of the profit, check out link or mention your dispatching video here. Now, the money question, rate negotiation. Forget the simple $2 per mile myth you hear online. You must account for deadhead miles, the miles driven empty to pick up a load. Your rate must cover the entire trip, not just the loaded portion. The absolute minimum rate you accept must be calculated with this formula. Fixed costs per mile plus variable costs per mile plus profit goal equals target rate. When you negotiate, emphasize your expedited service, your speed, your reliability, and your ability to run 24/7. That's what you're selling. Brokers are paying for urgency, not just transportation. Most new carriers treat this like a driving gig, not a business. And that's why they go broke. Let's clean up your finances. Get a commercial fuel card immediately. They offer discounts at major truck stops and automatically track all your fuel expenses, which are your biggest variable cost. This is a crucial tool for efficiency. Bookkeeping is non-negotiable. Open a separate business checking account and get a dedicated business credit card. Never mix business and personal expenses. Use simple accounting software like QuickBooks. Self-employed or hire a specialized CPA who understands trucking taxes. Speaking of taxes, embrace the deductions. You can deduct everything necessary and ordinary for your business. Fuel, maintenance, insurance, tools, and the big one-vehicle depreciation. Maximizing these deductions is how you retain your hard-earned cash. Finally, think about scaling. Once your first van is profitable and runs efficiently for 6 to 12 months, you can use that track record to secure financing for a second van and hire a reliable driver. Don't rush this. Profit first, expansion second. Mastering this financial phase is the difference between a side hustle and a true freight empire. There you have it, the 5 necessary phases to build a sprinter van business that lasts. If you set up your legal foundation correctly, choose the right vehicle, master those load boards, and maintain financial discipline, you will succeed. Final pro tip: your greatest asset is your reputation. Never miss a pickup or drop-off time. Now, subscribe for more A to Z dispatch content. And let me know in the comments below, what van model are you planning to buy for your startup?